Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Chris, this is my shop partner Oots, and in this video we're going to be building a river table where the river part is actually made out of steel rather than glass or epoxy. Now the walnut slab that I got is really cool. It has a bunch of bullets that were cut in half by the bandsaw during milling, so those are going to be a nice feature in the top. But first we're going to head over to my father-in-law's where we're going to build the base. Now I have some 1x3 rectangular tubing. We're going to cut it over there on the metal bandsaw, weld it up, do a little bit of grinding before we go back to working on the top. I want to stop real quick and thank Lincoln Electric for sponsoring this video. This multi-process 210 welder from them is unbelievably easy to set up. It has a very user-friendly interface that makes it almost foolproof to set up and start using right out of the box. You just follow the prompts on the screen and the machine sets itself and you're ready to start running beads. A multi-process machine like this means I can use it for MIG, TIG, arc welding, and even aluminum welding. It's perfect for both beginners as well as professionals. Alright, so we're pretty much finished with the base. I'm back at my shop now. We're going to start working on the walnut top. I'm going to start by adding epoxy to the bullets and any voids to lock those in place. I'm going to rub the epoxy into the punky section that was caused when the tree was shot to harden and stabilize that softer area. Now I'm using System 3's mirror coat epoxy for this as it has a lower viscosity and it'll soak deep into the fibers. They're also the other sponsor of this video. I've used their products on several different projects now, including their casting resin called Mirror Cast, as well as their epoxy glue. Now there are many different formulas and blends of epoxy out there, and it's important to know what type to use for what application, and System 3 has had amazing customer service when I've called them up with questions on what I should use and how to apply it for my different projects. Links to the different System 3 products are down in the description, and a big thank you to them for supporting this channel. I'll rip the slab in two to make my two outer halves of the river. I'm going to cut those down to length on the miter saw, then I'll remove the bark from the live edge using a draw knife and a spoke shave, and I'll use those clean edges to make a template that I'll use to cut the metal river with. So now we're going to take the template that we just made over to my buddy Tom's house. He has a plasma cutter. We're going to use that to make our metal river section. Now Tom's a really good metal worker, so go check out his Instagram page. There's a link to that down in the description. It's A for effort. So the thing with getting repurposed materials is that you don't always know what you're going to get. And I'm not an expert at metal by any means. We went over to a used place, got this big slab. I thought it was just a little bit of surface rust on there, but it turned out to be just the most obnoxious, gnarly scale coating. I'm not sure what it is. If you know, let me know down in the description. But it actually took grinders to grind the material off to get down to nice bare metal. It took us hours to do. So we ended up with a surface. After going through the grinding wheels, going through flap disc, going through sandpaper, we got it kind of smooth and shiny. There's a lot of tooling marks in there still. It actually looks pretty good, so we're gonna leave it as it is now. And what I got set up here is I have one edge of the slab, the walnut slab, mounted to the table here, and I have my metal slab raised up slightly to the right height so that I can use this flush cut router bit, and I'm going to use the edge of the metal as the guide, and it'll cut the proper depth and give me about a 1/4 inch shelf on that slab so that this metal sits in there perfectly. This little belt you see here was my grandpa's. My grandpa was my hero and best friend, the greatest man that I've ever known, and the one that got me started in woodworking. I'm building this table for my cousin, who was also extremely close to him, and I wanted to add something special to this table for her. So on the underside of the table, I'm inlaying this small leather heart made from his belt, and hopefully from time to time she'll feel it under there as she's eating dinner with her family, or just remembers it's there and thinks of him. Well, everybody, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think the project turned out really cool. I wasn't really sure at first, being that it's kind of more modern, but the metal river looks amazing. The bullets in the top are a super cool feature. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. That'll give you notifications when I put out a new video, and let me know what you think down in the comment section. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.